You're watching a segment of The Splash, Greater West Bloomfield's news magazine show.
Recently, Temple Shir Shalom held an open talk and forum about human trafficking, helping the community learn to recognize the signs and symptoms of this crime and tragedy to hopefully stop it in its tracks. Reporter Patrick McElmurray attended the event to learn this vital information.
We're here in Temple, Israel in West Bloomfield, where we're discussing human trafficking and the widespread effects that it has on many more lives than one would think. When Teresa Flores was just 15 years old, an innocent ride home from school ended with her being drugged, raped, and photographed by a fellow student and his cousins. She was then blackmailed and sex trafficked for the next 2 years of her life. This did not begin in a developing country or in the decaying neighborhoods of a large city. This all started in Birmingham, Michigan. Now Teresa has made it her life's mission to help those who are currently being trafficked and preventing others from ever becoming survivors of trafficking. One such way is through the SOAP Project. Save Our Adolescents from Prostitution, where they distribute millions of bars of soap wrapped with a red band that gives the National Human Trafficking Hotline number and resources to high-risk motels.
The idea of soap came from one of my worst moments, going through Detroit and getting lost and realizing that there were so many Teresas still out there being left for dead, and being sold to men. And so I wanted to be able to do more than just talk about this. I wanted to reach out to them and let them know there is a 1-800 number. There is somebody they can call and help and get out. We do it in Detroit 3 times a year. We do it for the Detroit Auto Show, the Grand Prix, and the Dream Cruise. We have 23 chapters all around the country. So any big event that's coming to an area, we have volunteers that help us get it out.
Human trafficking is now the second leading crime in the world, including the United States, only behind drug trafficking. And an estimated 1.3 million people go missing in the U.S. every year, many the victim of human trafficking. But don't let certain myths about trafficking lull you into the belief that it cannot happen here.
It's sensationalized in the movies, and we have this ideal that it's the inner city pimp who's trafficking these kids. It's not that. Some of these girls are never not chained to a bed. They're lured by a dream of a better life or not having to do what the parents tell them. They're lured by that. And, so they're not really in physical bondage, but what they find is debt bondage. They get out there and all of these free things are offered to them, but eventually they have to pay for it. And they're telling them, now you owe me, and you have to pay.
In these days of rampant social media, keeping tabs of your children can seem like a daunting task. But what can parents do to make sure their children don't fall prey to trafficking?
The best thing that a parent can do is get educated about the signs of it. Pay attention to what your children are doing. Look at their social media. Just pay attention to your kids because they're out there and they get slicker every day.
The first step is just not assuming that this will never happen to their child, and then being smarter. A lot of us have gotten lazy when we move to the suburbs and our kids go to nice schools, and we think that this doesn't happen here. So by realizing that it can is the first step. Checking their beds at night and making sure that they're there. Checking their cell phones. We've gotten lazy by getting the passwords for our kids' Facebook pages and Instagram, their cell phone, getting trackers. I mean, it's sad to say that we have to monitor them so much, but it's because we're not monitoring them that much that the traffickers are winning.
Reporting for The Splash, this is Patrick McElmurray.
To find out more, you can visit civiccentertv.com/trafficstop.
Thanks for watching a segment of The Splash. To catch the entire show or other segments, watch us on Comcast Channel 15 or AT&T Channel 99. Or look us up online at thesplash.tv and listen to us on WBLD 89.3, the all-new Lakes FM.